Lin-Manuel Miranda could be an interesting. The Hamilton guy could be an interesting one. He's got a funny side, but he's also like a dramatic actor. Then if we're going more on the comedy side, Seth Rogen. I thought and he can be serious. I think he's maybe not serious enough, which is why he's not my final pick. But Seth Rogen, I'm just thinking of like the funny men of like the next generation.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds. The problem with him is that he's too attractive, I think. We said how Robin Williams is quite good looking here, but he's not like hot. No. Whereas Ryan Reynolds and someone similar, I thought Chris Pine could be an interesting one. These are people who can be funny, but they can also be dramatic. And then I also picked Pedro Pascal, who I thought could kind of combine the two. But the person that I picked for the recasting, my definitive answer is Seth MacFarlane.
I considered Seth MacFarlane definitely as an option. So like I took a different approach.
Talk us through it.
I couldn't really picture like a Hollywood star being like the main like Andrew sort of actor. Seth MacFarlane definitely was one, but like I'm not sure how he is in terms of like the physical comedy aspect of it.
I think he's pretty good.
For me, there was two other actors which, I mean, we talked about this earlier. Like Robin Williams is like he's irreplaceable. Really,
oh yeah, but, he's unique. This is a very very hard task.
The two other
we considered not doing this section because of
definitely. But two other names I sort of considered. I think they'll do well on the comedy aspect of like being in the suit, but in terms of the like romantic side, I don't think they could really do it. Seth MacFarlane was one, and then Richard Ayoade.
Oh yeah.
Because he's like quite goofy. I think he would be quite
a bit tall though.
Yeah, a bit skinny.
Yeah.
And then the other one, I think he's probably maybe a little bit too old now and potentially cancelled based on the recent news. But like Sacha Baron Cohen.
Oh yeah.
He would be like a good comedy, but I don't think he's.
Yeah, I don't think he could do the serious stuff.
Yeah, but Seth MacFarlane, I think that's a good. Yeah, so Seth MacFarlane.
You agreeing with me on that?
I am agreeing with you.
Oh wow. Well, and then for his partner, women who I picked but are not my final choice is Emma Watson.
I considered, yeah.
Emma Stone. The Emmas always seem to come up for these roles. Then more on this. So I think both of them are funny, good, like dramatic credentials. Then Cecily Strong from SNL.
I'm not.
She'd be more on the. She'd be funnier, but I don't know. I don't know if she's got like she hasn't got the leading. She hasn't been a leading lady yet, so maybe not. But then two choices. One which is my definitive one, which both I think can do comedy. Especially my final choice, but both that would be much higher caliber actresses than the actual one. So the one that I didn't pick is Brie Larson. She's not known as being funny, but she can be. But Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh yes,
you picked her too.
I picked only one, and Jennifer Lawrence was the only one I could sort of.
Okay,
picture.
yeah, I think she's obviously really funny. Yeah.
It's just you were saying Emma Stone was like okay, he's heading in that direction, and then yeah.
So
I think for me like she can be quite funny, but also you can play that more too as well. And
I think she would elevate the role. She would make it better than what it is in the original.
I mean, it's not really a big thing, but like we were talking earlier about how I perceived Embeth Davidtz to be slightly old for a role.
Yeah.
And I think Jennifer Lawrence can play that like slightly younger Portia sort of role better. But yeah, Jennifer Lawrence is my like.
So that's your choice as well. Well, guys, there's nothing for you to vote for. All right. Well, that's our modern recasting of Seth MacFarlane and Jennifer Lawrence in the modern version of Bicentennial Man. So once again, if you haven't, go and listen to the full podcast to watch the full video, and also follow us everywhere.